Stuffed cinnamon rolls is the recipe on this rainy day here at Saltiness Isn't Bliss. So let's get to it, guys. I have one here that is all prepped, ready to go. So now, of course, we're gonna back up and I'm gonna show you all the steps to get yours to look like that too. So first step, let's preheat our oven to 350 degrees. We want to get out any style cupcake or muffin pan, and we want to put a light coat of cooking spray on the pan, and then we're just going to set that aside. What we are working with today is a tube of cinnamon rolls. Any style will work, so whatever you love, whatever you keep in your refrigerator, that's what we're going to use today. So I have already opened up a tube, have it sitting here. One of mine is already prepped and ready to go. We want 8 large fluffy marshmallows because that is what's going down on the inside of our cinnamon roll. So this particular one is all ready to go. So I am going to lift it up. So one of those fluffy marshmallows is stuffed down inside, completely wrapped around with the cinnamon roll. And I'm just going to plop that right into my coated cupcake pan. Over here I've got some tasty things that we're going to add. Just as ideas, you can keep it simple, keep it just with the natural cinnamon roll flavor like I've done with that one. Or over here I've got where we can add some additional cinnamon, we can add some pumpkin spice flavor, and we can create a s'more. Since we already have the marshmallow, I have crushed up some cinnamon graham cracker, and then I've got some mini chocolate chips sitting in there that we will add on top just a little bit later. So let's get to how we unroll our cinnamon roll out of the tube and prep it to put our tasty marshmallow inside. Okay, so we start with our roll. We unroll our roll. We lay it flat, kind of push it down to thin it out and thicken it up just a little bit. So it should look something like that. And then you want to take that and fold that in half. Repeat those same steps. So you're pushing those two halves together. You're thinning and spreading the dough out as best you can. So now it looks like that. And then once again, one last time, fold that in half. Push that down. And this is where you're really going to try to stretch and spread that dough across, because that will give us the width we need to fit and tuck our fluffy marshmallow right inside. So when you're finished something like that, we take our marshmallow, we roll it, kind of pinch and spread our dough where our seams meet. And then the whole idea here, guys, is we want to cover up. We don't want to see any marshmallow by the time we're done. So we're just going to kind of pinch and stretch our dough and keep working towards the middle there until we've been able to completely seal it up like it is with our one that is in our pan ready to go. So you're just gonna you're just gonna repeat those steps until all your cinnamon rolls are stuffed with marshmallows and in your pan, and then we will move on to adding some tasty toppings before we pop them in the oven. All right, so here they are, all prepped and ready in my pan, and then of course I've got a couple over here as well. I hope you will notice, as I did, that the more I did and the more I kept going with it, the easier it got to kind of button up that marshmallow inside the cinnamon roll. So our next step is I melted 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. Got a little silicone brush here. I'm just going to brush that right on the top of my first stuffed cinnamon roll. And then I'm going to top that with my pumpkin pie spice. This will all be to taste. Get as creative as you want with these toppings, guys. If you want to add a little extra flavor inside your cinnamon roll in addition to your marshmallow, please feel free. So I'm going to put some cinnamon sugar on top of that one, just another little extra cinnamon to the cinnamon that's already there. Also, guys, if you don't have the large marshmallows in the house, but you do have the small, the mini marshmallows, you can use those and make that work for you. Brushed my butter on that third one there. Now I'm going to push some of my graham cracker chunks on top and add some mini chocolate chips as well, and kind of push those down into the dough. Some of them are on the side. That's all right. We can have some chocolate on the side there. So there is our extra flavors we've added on top. And of course you can do that to all of them. I'm going to just keep it with those three and have the rest just be the flavors that were just from the cinnamon roll and the marshmallow by itself. So now these will go in a preheated oven for 15 minutes. Okay, you ready for it? Here it is. Had a little bit of a volcano effect with the marshmallow, but that's all right. It's all part of the ooey gooey ness of it all. And I'm going to pair that with a steaming cozy cup of pumpkin spice coffee. And I was able at the grocery store to find these adorable and tasty mug toppers. They're just little cookies that fit right on the top of your mug. Loving all the things fall, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.